Hi, I'm David Tortellini with eXp Realty, and welcome to our Neighborhood Spotlight Edition for Meridian Parkside. If you're moving to the Virginia Peninsula and you're looking for a no-maintenance, low-maintenance type townhouse community that's centrally located to everything, then this absolutely has to be on your radar. We're going to walk around, talk a lot about it, but before we do that, do me a favor and like this video, hit that subscribe button, and all right, let's head out and take a look around. Alrighty, well, Meridian Parkside is made up of entirely two-story and three-story townhomes. And so what you're really going to get in this neighborhood are homes that range from about 1,460 square feet for the smallest model, and those lately have been selling for around 200 to 215, or they can go all the way up to 2,200 square feet. So you have this 1,460 square foot model, and then after that it kind of jumps up to 1,744, and then there's a series of models in between that 1,744 and I think 2,190 is your largest unit here. But what you're also going to get are single car and two car garages, so depending on which kind of unit that you end up buying. So that is an option as well. So this neighborhood was built starting in 2008. So built by a company called H.H. Hunt, which is a local builder that has a really good reputation. So my experience in this neighborhood has always been good in terms of quality of build and all that. But you know, the larger units here that are, you know, in the 1950 to the 2200 range, those ones are going for more like 270 to 280. So you can really kind of run the gamut in between all of those things in terms of the size of the property and then what you're going to pay. So really low end, expect to get in here around 200, and then high end right now about 280 is going to push you to the top. And then what is neat is that they all have the front facing, but then you kind of have this each one has its own alleyway. Of course, I got here on trash day, so it doesn't look as good as I'd like it to, but where everybody kind of pulls in and parks in their own kind of alley while maintaining the front. And then there's still really good parking on the street and everything too. So when I show in here, when I've had listings, I've never had a problem kind of finding a parking spot, and I've never heard any problems about guests or anything like that. The thing that I like about this neighborhood the most is its location. So I really don't think you could find a more centrally located spot than where Meridian Parkside is. It's really like dead center in the middle of the peninsula. You can really get on Hampton Road Center Parkway and go straight almost all the way to Langley Air Force Base. You could head in the other direction and you could go to like Nolan Trail, Riverside Hospital, you know, and then it's only like 5-7 minutes to Hampton Coliseum, so you can actually get into the central shopping and business district of Hampton really quickly. You can get to Newport News City Center in about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. I mean, my office is really close to here, so it's a really convenient place. And then maybe you might be looking at 20 minutes to Fort Eustis. So if you're coming to Fort Eustis, it's a little bit further away, but it's still super manageable, and there really isn't anything like this that's closer. So, you know, the only other neighborhood that I can really think of in Newport News that's similar to this is Hollymead. That's by the airport, so that might be a little closer. And then in Hampton, there's a neighborhood called H2O that's pretty similar. So you really do get a lot out of this neighborhood in terms of location. I'm not so sure that there is a better spot to be in. You've got things like Games Farmers Market right down the street, and the Walmart neighborhood market. So really just a lot of great options, really easy to get just about anywhere from this location. In this neighborhood, there are association dues, so those are currently $184 a month. So they are subject to change, so if you're watching this down the road, they could be a little bit different, but I think for that price point, you get good value because there is a tennis court, pool, there's a clubhouse. My experience is that not too many people use them, but they are there. And so the fee, you know, it's not super cheap, but it's not bad. So that's pretty good. And then it's run really well too. So they really do a good job of maintaining this neighborhood. Now it is fairly new, seeing as they were built between 2008 and 2013. So compared to some of the other neighborhoods around, this is one of the newer communities, and it really does show nice modern design and great big layouts too. So the bigger units that are kind of an interesting layout, because they're going to have a first floor bedroom that isn't always a first floor. So or there isn't always a bedroom. So for a lot of people, they leave it open as like a den or an office, but some people close it in, have a full bathroom. So you can really get the same home. It could be anywhere from like 2 beds, 2.5 baths, to 4 beds, 3.5 baths, depending on which layout the people chose when they originally built the home. So there were a lot of different options. It's kind of cool. It makes it really multifunctional. It doesn't like pigeonhole everybody into having a ton of bedrooms if they don't want bedrooms and they need more functional space for just general living. So I think that's pretty cool. And this neighborhood, it does tend to serve a lot of military. It's a really easy neighborhood to move into, be comfortable, and it's pretty decent size. So you do end up seeing that there's always, almost always, you know, at least one home for sale in here. So they do move, and it's a decent sized neighborhood. So, you know, they do move pretty regularly. So it's good for resale too, because this is just an easy neighborhood to get into. But here's what we're gonna do. Why don't we head on over and check out the pool and tennis court area. All right, well, we're getting on down to the pool tennis court area, but didn't want to get down there without showing you this beautiful courtyard in the neighborhood. Now, I've had clients live in in this row of townhomes right here, and they have told me in the past that there is not a lot of activity at the tennis courts and the pool, and that's pretty common of every association I find, at least ones that are similar to this. So clubhouse, and then we can head over. And, you know, we're looking at, you know, the pool being open a good portion of the year, but for the most part, you're not looking at it being used too much. I had clients that were right up here, right there. And they said that, you know, it was very rare for them to see someone in, but it is here, and it's very well maintained, very nice looking pool, and it is a very sunny day, so apologize for the squinting. But, you know, you've got a beautiful pool. And he told me that, you know, people come out and play tennis for a little bit. But, you know, so even if you're against this back row of townhomes where the pool and tennis court are, don't expect it to be some crazy amount of activity. You know, and one of the things I love is everybody's got these great balconies. So a really good opportunity, even though you don't have a yard, to get outside and relax. And these are all really big. So, you know, you're not really worried about there being, you know, no opportunity for you to go outside and spend some time and relax in the beautiful Virginia weather. So the other thing I love about Meridian Parkside is its proximity to Sandy Bottom Nature Park, which is where I am right now. The entrance is only about a mile down the street, so you could walk or bike there. And then this is a 456-acre park with water, trails, you know, some of them go through the woods, and then there are other big open trails. I mean, when you get back out there on them, it feels like you're in the middle of nowhere. So it's incredible, and it's right down the street from Meridian Parkside. I hope you enjoyed our tour today of Meridian Parkside. I've put a link in the description that'll take you to all actively listed properties in this neighborhood, so you can go check that out. And of course, my team and I are standing by waiting to help you purchase a home here in Meridian Parkside, or really anywhere else in all of Hampton Roads. Our contact information is in the description as well. Before you check that out, please do me a favor, like this video and subscribe to this channel as we try to bring you great content for all of Hampton Roads. Again, my name is David Tortellini. Thanks for watching.